What's up, everyone? We are back for the playoff edition of Cleveland Indians Baseball, Game 1 of the 2016 ALDS. The Indians are hosting the wildcard winning Minnesota Twins, and it would be a quiet game until the bottom of the third. Young Gomes up to bat, no outs, rips this one into left field, and he is going to take single on that. And the next batter would be Jason Kipnis, 3-1 count for him, and that one's just a little too far inside. Phil Hughes couldn't get the call. Ben Revere trying to lay down a sacrifice bunt right here, a perfectly laid down bunt, and he's going to beat it out, so the bases are loaded for the Cleveland Indians with David Murphy coming up to bat now. And on an empty count, he swings out to left field, off the wall, and that's going to drive into Ben Revere. Will not quite score from first base, but he will move first to third, and that gives the Indians an early 2-0 lead over the Minnesota Twins. And the next batter up in the inning would be Michael Brantley, 1-0 count, and he's going to ground this one over to second onto first. Does bring a run home, but results in a double play. Ends the scoring threat for the Indians. They escape that inning 3-0. Then the bottom of the sixth right here, Carlos Santana up to bat with a 2-0 count, and he is going to drive this one up the middle. It's fielded by the shortstop, but he throws it errantly, and the first baseman cannot field it properly. Joe Mauer drops that one. And then the next batter, Giovanni Urshela, and this one is smoked out to left field and gone. 5-0 so far. The Indians really tapped Phil Hughes today as they got 5 runs off him in 6 innings, and his day would be done after that 6th inning. Now the bottom of the 6th, 0-2 count, and Francisco Lindor gets pegged by TJ Graham, or it must have been 5 innings he got pulled after. And then Young Gomes would be up after that, and he will drive this one out to right field, and that is going to land in the right field corner. And drive in Francisco Lindor. He got hit by a pitch twice in this game, and it's a 6-0 lead now, but the Twins were not going to count themselves out. They didn't score, and then here in the bottom of the 8th inning, it gets past Lindor out into left field. So Kluber was still in the game, and he ran into a little bit of trouble this inning up in the 90s for pitch count. He does get an out, but on an 0-2 count where he probably should have had a strikeout. Look at this play by Carlos Santana, and that's a huge complaint I have about MLB The Show. I was clicking circle, as you can see, I just completely missed the bag. I was clicking circle, I was running around, still somehow did not hit first base, and it results in the first run of the game for the Minnesota Twins. Now, it's not going to be costly, even though they would go on to score a little bit more this inning, as you're about to see. After Danny Salazar enters the game, they would get for 2 more runs right here. Miguel Sano is going to drive one up the center, out into center field. Ben Revere fields it and gets it thrown in before the second run can score. But it would not matter, as the next batter is going to drive in another run. So it's 6-3 now. They wouldn't have the scoring threat, though, and then they would not get anything going in the top of the 9th. Despite 2 runners on, we would coax a ground out, and that ends the game. Final score is 6-3 Cleveland Indians, and an almost costly MLB The Show animation. But the Indians still eke it out. Did not give up too many runs to squander this game. That'll do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy it, and stay tuned for the next edition of Cleveland Indians Baseball on MLB The Show.